So when I retired, my daughter, my eldest daughter, is an illustrator and an artist, and she was asked, this is in 2014, she was asked to draw maps of the various counties of Ireland. And they also wanted to include in the maps pieces of information, pieces about people from that county and interesting things about the county. So she rang me and asked me if I would help her by giving all the information and doing the research. So I did, and we joined together and produced Irelandopedia. And because of her illustrations, mainly, it became hugely popular. It's already sold over 150,000 copies.
It's a fabulous book. It's absolutely fabulous. Before the lockdown, yes. We went. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, before the lockdown, we went to Galway, and we actually brought the book with us to Galway, and all the lovely, interesting things. And the girl wanted to visit the place with the skeleton, the bones of the skeleton of the dog underneath it, and the cladding and stuff. But like, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's not just for children. I feel it's for all ages. I was talking to somebody about it yesterday, and he's a friend of mine. He's in his 30s, and he actually bought this book for his girlfriend. Because she loves illustration and stuff like that. So John, it's a gorgeous book. And I believe Ryan Turbiddy from the Late Late Show, he said that every home should have this book in Ireland.
Ryan was very good to us. Ryan helped to push the whole thing. A lot of people in that book during the pandemic, people were staycationing. And instead of going abroad, they were going to other counties.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's very, very useful. And yes, people have been using it. And I'll notice when it comes close to Christmas, it will start selling again in larger numbers. It's a lovely Christmas present, especially if you've got relatives that live abroad in America or Australia. So that was the first one. We did that, and that came out in 2015. And following year, they asked us to do a follow-up on the history of Ireland. So we did that in 2016. And again, the same thing. Oh, you have it there. Lovely. The same thing. I did there wasn't much research so far as I knew my history, having taught it for 40 years. So I would write the text, and then Kathy would illustrate it. But I'm delighted with that particular book. I'm delighted with them all, but that one was special because at the end of the book, when we come up to modern times, then Kathy wanted to do something extra. She wanted to have a history of Irish art, a history of Irish transport, a history of Irish music. So we did a double page on each of those, and that was lovely to get a chance to do. But then that was 2016. 2017 then we did the third book, and it was always going to be a trilogy. It was going to be a set of 3 books. And the third one then is Folkloropedia. And basically that is just all, and again, Kathy was a big mover in this because she wanted, there were phrases and words that she wanted to use, Oscuelge, and she wanted me to include those. She would give me the suggestions as to what words and the phrases were that she would like to use. And so we worked together on that. And of course, she illustrated again. Oh, by the way, I keep referring to her as Kathy, even though her name is Fatty. It's the other way around, really. She is Kathy, but her name for work purposes, for all her the work that she does in illustration is under Fatty Burke because it's easy to remember. It's a name that people don't forget because
What's her name again, John? Sorry?
Kathy. She was Catherine, you see. She was Catherine, so she's Kathy, Kathi, but she made up Fatti. And it works very well because if you put Fatty Burke on Google, you'll get all her designs, all the work that she's done. It's all there. You don't young people with the same names. So those were the three big ones. And then they approached us. They being Gill Books. They're the ones that were moving this whole thing. And Gill Books approached us to ask us to do a series of books on people that were in our Landopedia, our Historiopedia. So we chose people that young people could admire, could perhaps dream about doing some of the things they did, but basically inspirational people. And we started with Drawing Away. And then that was female, so we did a male section.